was the one making a big deal about it. They didn't care. They'd take whatever. I go, I just want to be right. I just want to, because I was saying he was a quarterback of the football team. I'm saying his name every dang play.
How do you plan on saying number 7 for Covington?
Miguel Tarango?
Well, it's Tarango.
I'll probably anglicize that one.
I did it for like when Ringwood came because they have a kid with last names. They have Chaqueño. Try saying that in English. So I was saying it in Spanish because I was going to try in English.
So that makes your name Hosey?
No.
It's all I can remember growing up. It's stuff like
we start the national anthem?
Some people call me Hokum,
Yeah, but like see if it's.
I remember. I'll just never forget. And I know she passed away. I can't think of her name right now. Jill. She's ready to tell me how she wants it said, and Coach Jones goes, "Oh, it's Halcom," and she just kind of goes,
"Yeah." She was on my side then.
So,
I think the official this spring to get him because I seen him running that way.
That's when Okeene is announcing it.
Turn all the audio down. I could have just you could do it right there. Right? Yeah. Where's that audio microphone? Is it really high? I would do it.
Usually they stay pretty high, but I'll turn them down for now. Yeah.
Everyone can please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Test 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
It is week 10 of the high school football season. On the Squirtle Game of the Week, we are right back where we started the season back in August at Fabian Field at Covington-Douglas High School as the Wildcats host the Okeene Whippets. Good evening from Covington. I'm Tom Nelson. Adam Dieselhorse is in the house tonight as well. And after 11 weeks of high school football, there is still a lot to be decided with the playoffs starting next week. In B3, we won't know much until the end of the night. Both Okeene and Covington-Douglas will join Sealing and Southwest Covenant in the playoffs next week. But what is up in the air is where they will be going. And we're going to keep track on that throughout the evening. But to the game at hand, both of these teams have been very good so far this year. They're 7-2. They both have impressive wins that both of us were at. Covington-Douglas had a nice win over Timberlake in 0 week. And the next week, Okeene went on the road and got a statement win at Winoka. Okeene's 2 losses are to some of the best in the state, Sealing and Laverne. The Wildcats were shut out by Sealing last week and lost to Southwest Covenant a month ago. Adam Dieselhorse, these teams can put some points on the board. Okeene averages 45 points a game, Covington-Douglas 38. The Oklahoman picked this one 52-46 Okeene. And on a chilly night, we could use some offensive fireworks, couldn't we?
Yeah, no doubt. Like you talked about, we arrived here and it's about 50 degrees cooler tonight. But,
yeah,
that's football weather. We talked about that last week. We finally got football weather. One of the things, just talking to the coaches before this game that I noticed, Tom, both teams are healthy. And you don't see that a lot late in the year, especially in small school football. So I think Covington's a little bit banged up, but I think Okeene has everybody out there right now. So that's something interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you are exactly right. When I had a chance to go back and forth with both coaches, I asked about the roster that I had and the starters that I had back in August and September, and they said, we're good, we're the same, which, yeah, you don't see that very much. Well, we wrap up the regular season tonight as Covington-Douglas takes on Okeene. It's a big B3 battle. It's coming up next on the Squirtle High School Football Game of the Week.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkunpregnant.org. That's thinkunpregnant.org.
Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Well, the Okeene Whippets are in the house, and here come the Covington-Douglas Wildcats. A big matchup in B3 tonight in Covington. The Wildcats and the Whippets. It's a cats and dogs not getting along at all tonight, and there is a lot on the line. Playoff positioning in B3. It's a big game. You know it because both teams brought their bands.
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
That'll make the atmosphere fantastic here tonight. So Covington-Douglas, both teams are 7-2. Covington-Douglas 2-2 in district play. Okeene is 3-1. The difference is Covington-Douglas lost to Southwest Covenant. Okeene was able to beat Southwest Covenant. And when you look at the district play in B3, Sealing's on top of the 4-0 record. They're playing Southwest Covenant tonight out in Sealing. They're 3-1. Okeene is 3-1. Covington-Douglas is 2-2. And then Canton and Wacomas are out of the playoff mix. They are both 0-4. So we will keep our eye on what goes on here tonight. If Covington-Douglas can win and win by enough points, we could be going to a coin flip or lots or however you want to decide it. They would not decide it on the field. Covington-Douglas will get the football first, going from left to right as you see them in their home blues, top to bottom with the white helmets. And Okeene in the Columbia blue accents and the white uniforms on the tops and the bottoms. The opening kickoff is returned by Miguel Tarango on the run far side, and he will be knocked out of bounds. The ball was poked away, but I think they said he'd stepped out of bounds by then. And so Covington-Douglas will take over first down and 10. And the line of scrimmage will be right at the 35-yard line. Quarterback for Covington-Douglas is Ford Smith. He's 121 of 188 passing for 1,709 yards, 20 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions. He's rushed for almost 800 yards as well with 10 rushing touchdowns. On first down, right up the middle, trying to find some running room for Ford Smith, and he'll carry the ball a lot tonight. He'll pick up 4 on first down. It'll be second down and 6.
Well, the Whippets are going to see a heavy dose of Smith. Obviously, he's the key guy. He's the one who's going to make it happen for Covington.
Yeah, Ford Smith, the coach's son. Miguel Tarango in the backfield with him. 45 carries for 405 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. They've got a lot of weapons on this team. They've got some pretty good depth at the skill positions. Now, second down and 6. It's going to be Ford Smith around the left side, turns it back up. He'll get the first down out across the 45-yard line to the 46. So he will pick up 7 and move the chains first down. So the first couple of carries in this ball game have gained 11 yards for the quarterback, Ford Smith. First down and 10, 46-yard line. Hand off to Hooten. Gavin Hooten with the carry on the jet sweep. He turned it up and picked up a couple to the 47. Mark him, right at the 47-yard line, a gain of 1. And that'll bring up second down and 9. Gavin Hooten, that's his 75th carry. He's just shy of 400 yards rushing on the season as well. And we've got an early timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Just underway, 10:48 to play in the first quarter, and we are scoreless.
We're going to get Corey to remote in and fix our clock. We're having some clock technical issues right now. If you notice that, it's got see that gibberish on the clock down there, Tom?
Yeah, definitely. So game will be fine on the big screen, but over in the corner, we'll get that taken care of as well. So glad to have you with us. Covington-Douglas, Fabian Field, in eastern Garfield County. And we were talking about the Okeene Whippets earlier. This is their best season since 2010 when they went 10-2 and got a couple of rounds deep into the playoffs. It's been a bit of a struggle for a program that had a lot of success in the first half of the first 20 years of this century. Won a couple of back-to-back state championships at one point in Class A before they moved down to 8-man a few years ago. So it is second down and 9 for Covington-Douglas. Brian Smith, the head coach, his 22nd year. He picked up his 150th career coaching win, kind of a milestone for him last week. Pass out of bounds. Actually, they lost to Ceiling. It would have been 2 weeks ago when they won on the road at Wacomas 42-16. That would have been his 150th career win. So now the incomplete pass brings up third down and a long 8. So the line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line. Third down and long, just underway, 10:44 to play in the first quarter. In the gun, Ford Smith. And there's 5 yards the easy way as nose guard jumped into the cross line of scrimmage and made contact. That is Wyatt Graham. So it'll be third down and 4 now, a lot more manageable, and now in a situation where they might go for it on fourth down if they don't make it here. So Smith in the gun, a wide out to the right side. Smith angling left, now back to the right, trying to find some running room. He fumbles the football. The ball is loose. I think Covington covered it, and they're going to get the first down. It was covered by Camden Thayer, and that will be a first down to the 43-yard line. So a gain of 5, move the chains, first down. First down and 10 in Whippet territory for the first time tonight on the opening possession of the ball game. The jet sweep, it's Hooten this time, and Hooten down to the 35 before he was upended. But a nice gain on first down. He'll pick up 7 to bring up second down and 3. Luke Swartwood on the stop. We'll talk about him a lot tonight as well. Second down and 3. Tarango this time, angling left. He'll get the first down inside the 30-yard line. Mark him down at the 29, picking up 7. So an A nice run right there for Tarango. So you've seen already Tarango, Hooten, and Ford Smith carry the football. They're spreading around a little bit. Like I said, they've got a lot of weapons on the offensive side of that football.
Yeah, no doubt. It starts with Smith, but like you said, you have to honor him so those other athletes on the outside and edge can really help them.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive. It's 1st down and 10. Right up the middle, trying to find some running room this time for Hooten, and he'll pick up nice yardage on 1st down inside the 25-yard line down to the 23, picking up 6. So Gavin Hooten, his 2nd carry. He's now over 400 yards rushing on the season. 3 carries for 14 yards so far in this one. 2nd down and 5. Pistol formation, and Hooten is blasted at the line of scrimmage. He will spin forward for about a yard. Wyatt Graham with the stop right up the middle down to the 22-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and about 4. Third down and a long 4, almost 5. Put the man in motion from right to left, and now it's going to be Ford Smith rolling left, and he tries to find some running room, and Okeene shuts him down. Whole right side of that defensive line collapsed on him. Get in there, and you're looking at Wyatt Graham, Riley Lucky, Kyle Lewis. So 4th down and about 3. We'll give him a gain of 1, and that is just about it. Right at the 21-yard line. So Covington-Douglas going forward on 4th down here. 4th and a long 2, almost 3. Empty the backfield, stack 3 to the right side. And rolling to his right is Smith. His receiver fell down. Now he's looking to go left side, and he'll pick up the 1st down. He was wanting to throw to Camden Thayer, but Camden fell down. And Ford Smith made something happen. He got over to the sideline, got the 1st down and more inside the 20-yard line down to the 17, picking up 4. So it's 1st down and 10. 5 carries, 21 yards rushing on the drive for Ford Smith. Handed off this time to Tarango. Angling left, and he's going to angle toward the end zone, and he scores. A 17-yard touchdown run for Miguel Tarango. That is his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. And Covington-Douglas scores on their opening drive to take a 6-0 lead.
That was a great job blocking up front. Good hole. Great vision by Tarango, and he does a great job of just putting in the end zone there for the Wildcats.
Nice long drive, started back on their own 35-yard line, and they will line up to go for 2. Empty the backfield to the direct snap to Gavin Hooten this time, and Hooten is handing off on the jet sweep, tried to turn it up, and it was Ford Smith, and he got in for 2. They ran Ford Smith out there wide to the left. He went into the jet sweep, and he gets the 2-point conversion. 7:48 to play in the first quarter. Covington-Douglas strikes first. They lead 8-0. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashin, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Good start for Covington-Douglas, a 12-play, 65-yard drive. It took 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock, and it was Miguel Tarango scoring on the 17-yard run off the left side. Ford Smith with the 2-point conversion run, 8-0 Wildcats. And now the Dogs will get their opportunity as Okeene is waiting to get their offense on the field. Here is the boot. It's a short one, and this is a loose ball. It is covered by Covington-Douglas. The little squib onside kick is covered by Gavin Hooten, and Covington-Douglas gets right back out there with the offense, starting the drive in Okeene territory.
Well, the way that the Whippets were lined up there to receive the kick, they had too many people in tight. They weren't wide enough. It was a great execution by Covington. Man, what a great start for the Wildcats.
So back-to-back drives to start the ball game for Covington-Douglas. They're already on top 8-0, and this drive will start with 7:48 to play in the first quarter. Ford Smith pistol formation.
Ooh.
It's a flea flicker, looking for somebody open. Now he's rolling right, throws near sideline. Ball is caught, and the receiver got a foot down. That is Cade Griffin with the catch, and he steps out of bounds.
I like the aggressive play call there, too. Right after you get the conversion of the onside, go for it.
12-yard connection from Ford Smith to Cade Griffin. That's his 22nd catch of the season for just over 240 yards. So now first down and 10 from the 32. Smith almost drew him off sides there on the left guard. And now Smith wants to run right up the middle, bouncing left out of a tackle, and now running room. He may score to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Wildcats. 32-yard touchdown run for Ford Smith, and Covington-Douglas has jumped on top 14-0 with the two-point conversion. Ford Smith from 32 yards out, his 11th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, big credit obviously to Smith, but I'm telling you, those linemen up front are doing a fantastic job getting a hat on a hat. He's got an alley, and all you got to do is give him just a little bit of space.
Yeah, Cooper Sherman, Michael Duggar, also Blake Hamlet in there as well, and then Trevor Franke. So they will go for two now, leading 14-0, and we'll talk about this later on with the playoff scenario. Covington-Douglas needs to win by at least 15 points. They can put themselves in a position to be a little higher up the playoff ladder depending on what happens tonight.
Nice.
Left side, Gavin Hooten tries to find running room, and he is blasted behind the line of scrimmage. And he will come up short. Tackle made over there on the far side by Harley Carbs. We'll take a break. 7:31 to play in the first quarter. 14-0 Wildcats over the Whippets, and you're watching it on the Game of the Week on Scoredle.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Covington-Douglas rolled the dice on the onside kick, and it came up aces. They capitalized, 44-yard drive, 2 plays, 17 seconds off the clock. Ford Smith scores from 32 yards out, and the Wildcats on top 14-0 after the two-point conversion run was no good. So now we will set up the offense for Okeene. Their quarterback is Brody Jenkins, has 593 passing yards and 515 rushing yards. And Luke Swartwood, the transfer from Canton, who is 60 yards shy of 1,000 yards rushing on the season, he'll be lined up in that backfield as well. This drive starts on the 37-yard line and with 7:29 to play in the first quarter. Empty the backfield, and they're going to hand up, fake the jet sweep, and there goes Jenkins right side, and he's upended after a pretty good gain on first down. Tackle made by Camden Thayer. And if he could have hurdled Thayer, and Thayer tripped him up, he might have been off to the races, but a gain of 6. 42-yard line. We're going to make it a 5-yard gain. And it's second down and a long 4, short 5. Handoff this time. There's our first look at
play.
Luke Swartwood, and he was met in the hole by Derek Doherty. Man. Wow. And we'll talk about Derek Doherty a little bit. Leads the team in tackles, almost 13 a game. Leads the team in interceptions as well with a couple. He has a sack. He has been dominant on the defensive side of the football. And a loss in the play back to the 41-yard line on Luke Swartwood's first carry. 3rd down and 5. Play action. Jenkins right side. Wide open receivers caught. That'll be a first down across midfield down to the 47-yard line. The ball caught by Briar Roberts, his favorite target. Tackle made by Gavin Hooten for the first pass completion of the night. Across midfield to the 47, so it's a gain of 13.
It's a great throw by Jenkins. Those lefties always look good throwing, don't they?
Yeah, they do. First down and 10. Swartwood this time turning it up, and he is down the sideline. Nobody's going to get him. Touchdown, Okeene. First carry for Luke wasn't great. Second one made up for it.
Yeah, no doubt. You saw his speed off the edge. Man, he turned the corner and was gone. Big-time answer for the Whippets.
47-yard touchdown run for Luke Swartwood as he gets up near 1,000 yards. He's 14 yards shy of 1,000 yards rushing now after that long touchdown run. But more importantly for Okeene, makes it 14-6.
Well, Tom, this is one thing you and I talk about when we cover these good matchups with good 8-man teams is the 2-point conversions end up being the decision maker a lot of times late in these games.
Well, we talked about this being a high-scoring affair. That is playing out early on. So they'll go for 2, empty the backfield. Jenkins will give it to Luke Swartwood into the end zone for 2, and that'll make it 14-8. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the game of the week, and we're having it for you on Squirtle tonight.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off. Okeene down by a couple of touchdowns. They answer quickly. 4 plays, 63 yards in a minute and 34 seconds. On Luke Swartwood's 47-yard run. Here comes a return for Tarango to the near side. Gets help from a block. You might have some running room. Flag is going to bring this one back. Now 2 flags as he gets out just shy of the 50-yard line. But 3 officials threw their yellow hankies out there, so they all saw something at different times.
There was a definite block in the back right off the bat. I saw that one. I don't know about the other flag down here closer to us.
So they will discuss it. Might be a face mask out there, a block in the back. There were 3 different flags out there at different times in the course of the run. We can pretty much say this one's coming back at least a little bit. Hold, personal foul, face mask. That goes against Okeene. And they're going to re-kick it.
I guess that's what that means.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Okeene kicked off to Covington-Douglas. Covington-Douglas went 12 plays, covered 65 yards in just over 4 minutes, and Miguel Tarango scored from 17 yards out, made it 8-0. They tried the onside kick and converted. They took over at the Okeene 44-yard line and scored in a couple of plays. Ford Smith scored from 32 yards out, and then Okeene down by 2 touchdowns, got the answer. They needed 4 plays, 63 yards in a minute and a half, and Luke Swartwood with the 47-yard run. The 2-point conversion makes it a 6-point game. Let's try the kick again inside the 5-yard line and out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Oh, goodness.
So Covington-Douglas can take over at the 35.
Well, Tom, you're talking about that other game in this district to keep an eye on. Sealing already leads Southwest Covenant 16-0 early in that one.
That was a ball game that if Southwest Covenant could have won and Covington-Douglas wins, Southwest Covenant would have been district champions because they would have had the head-to-head on Sealing.
That's
but
wild.
Early on, Sealing saying, okay, that's not going to happen.
I think I have to worry about that one.
That's exactly right. We want to get in at some point here. We'll get into all the district ramifications. So first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Trying to find some running room for Ford Smith.
It's a great job there by Carbs. Carbs came through on a blitz and then Chase Smith from behind.
He picks up a yard. It'll bring up second down and 9. 7 carries, 54 yards rushing, and a touchdown already for Ford Smith. And we do have an injured player down there. It is a Wildcat, as you see on your screen. We won't speculate until we can get a number on that, but you hope he's okay. Covington-Douglas opened up the season. We were here that night. They beat Timberlake 22-6. They continue that early season roll, hammering Medford 60-12. Beat Ringwood 44-22 and DCLA 64-14. Then they went on the road to win at Garber 38-18 in the War on 74. They lost their first game at Southwest Covenant 54-22. Bounced back the next week, beating Canton 48-0, and then Wacomas 42-16. Last week, right here, they ran into Sealing and lost that ball game 48-0. So for Okeene, we saw them week 2 after they'd beaten Pond Creek Hunter 56-30. They went on the road to Waynoki in our game of the week and won 38-28. Came back the next week and beat Geary 50-0. Suffered their first loss on the road at Laverne 48-22, then beat Beaver 52-6, Wacoma 62-36, then lost at Sealing 62-12. Beat Canton last week 56-20, and that set them up for tonight. As they're playing, if they can win, they would most likely be in second place in the district. If Sealing can hang on and beat Southwest Covenant, that's an early jump, 16-0 start for Sealing, because Okeene did beat Southwest Covenant earlier this season. Injured player, as you're seeing him slowly being helped off the field, is Michael Duggar. Michael's a 5'5", 185-pound senior, starting at guard and nose guards. That is, you want to get him back out there if you're a Wildcat fan.
I can't tell. It looks like maybe his lower back is bothering him.
I've had that issue for the past couple of weeks. Of course, I'm 56 years old. I threw my back out. I'm expected to do that. So second down and 9, and Smith wants to throw across the middle. It's dropped by the tight end, Derek Doherty.
Carbs is the big hit there, too.
So that will bring up third down and 9. So third down and long, and the Okeene defense trying to get that defense off the field here. Too wide to the near side. Smith to the left, finds some running room. First down and more. He's running out of bounds as he's chased out by Harley Carbs, but not before he gets that first down across the 35-yard line. They'll mark him about the 36, or the 46, excuse me, make it the 47, giving him a gain of 12.
Oh, Whippets kind of got caught in a blitz there. They blitzed Carbs. He was too tight inside. Smith did a great job of bouncing it off the edge, and you see his speed.
So the jet sweep to the near side as you see Tarango using the stiff arm, and he'll pick up first down yardage again. He was run out of bounds by Briar Roberts and also Harley Carbs. But another first down, and that's one thing Covington-Douglas has been doing, the long drive for a touchdown early on, and they're stringing something together right here. Inside Okeene territory at the 43-yard line as he just picked up 10. And Hooten left side trying to find some running room. He'll pick up 3 or 4. So they are inside the 40-yard line at about the 39.5. It'll be second down and about 5. As Hooten will pick up 5. Second down and more like 6. Now the play action rolling to the right and now turning it up is Ford Smith, and he goes right into the arms of Kyle Lewis, the defensive end. Couple of yards for him. That's just about it to bring up third down and what'll be about 5 or so.
Better job that time by the Whippets up the middle.
Gain of 1.
We keep calling Carb's name. He's about on every tackle. I know there's 2 of them out there, but 21, the older one, has been on it about every play.
Third down and 5 now. Hand it off to Tarango, turning it up, and he'll get the first down and about a yard more than he needed inside the 35-yard line down to the 32. So Tarango will pick up 6. And for Miguel Tarango now, 4 carries, 40 yards rushing for him. 4:23 to play in the first quarter here in Covington tonight. Fabian Field, and Wildcats on top of Okeene 14-8, and they're moving again in Okeene territory. Right side out in the flat, a catch made by Hooten. He'll spin inside the 30-yard line down to the 28, picking up 4.
It's another game of interest we talked about in district play in Class 2A. Alva leads Perry early in the second quarter, 6-0.
That's a big game for playoff positioning in that district as well. For Tarango, that was his 16th catch of the season. Second down and 6. Smith looks right, has a man right side, threw it behind on the back shoulder of his intended receiver as he was trying to find Camden Thayer. It's incomplete to bring up third down on about 6 or so.
He really had both options there. He had another guy running up the seam that time. I believe that was number 4, Gavin Hooten.
Early on, Ford Smith is 2 for 5 passing for 16 yards. And there was a penalty. Penalty that will go against Covington-Douglas and move them back.
Guessing it was a hold.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty back to the 38-yard line. So now third down at about 15.
Second down.
Yep, that's right. It is second down. They'll get the play over.
Oh, no, they said third.
Yeah, that was a third down play.
It was
going to be fourth down. Ford Smith to the left side. Slips out of one tackle, pushed out of bounds by Luke Swartwood, short of the first down. Try saying that. Swartwood short. Inside the 30-yard line down to the 28. He picks up 10. It's not enough, but they will be most likely going for it on 4th down and 7.
Definitely made it manageable for sure to definitely go for it on that end of the field. And like you said, Tom, you're going to have to put points up in this game. So
75 yards rushing on 10 carries for Ford Smith. He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry.
It is third down.
It is third down?
Mm-hmm.
Back to throw is Smith, rolling right. Ball off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Camden Thayer. And so now it will be 4th down. I could have swore it was third down. The penalty,
well,
they moved it back 10.
It was second down, and I think
was it second?
Yes.
I thought it was third. So now it's officially 4th down and 7. Line of scrimmage is the 30 or the 28. They moved that ball back to the 29, actually. Covington-Douglas has yet to be stopped. Let's see if Okeene can stop him right here. Low snap. Smith has time.
Hold.
Ball caught. Hooten to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Back behind the line of scrimmage. He found Gavin Hooten, but this one's most likely coming back. Yep, it's a hold. It's against Covington-Douglas. So take the touchdown off the board. It will be 4th down and about 17 or so. They're actually going to mark it back to the 39. Yep. So 4th down and 17. And now what do? You just made a great comment. There's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. Gavin Hooten is their punter, but he's not. It's going to be Hooten's in the slot to the right. So Smith, he faked the draw, rolling to his right, going deep back the other way. Tarango's wide open. It hung up there a lot, but Tarango made the catch. Flag will fly as Swartwood tackles Tarango. That ball hung up there enough. I thought that Swartwood would knock it down, but Tarango made the catch.
It was just that ball stayed up there in the air forever.
Yes, it did.
What a play by Tarango. A great job by Smith avoiding the rush and getting the ball up in the air.
30-yard pass completion to Tarango, makes his second catch of the night, his 17th of the season, and it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. That was a big fourth down play, low snap. Smith wants to run. Nope, he had the option. Now he'll get down inside the 5-yard line and down to about the 2 before he was tackled from behind by William Carbs. So 2nd down and goal from about the 2. And a 7-yard gain by Smith. I'm going to put it at the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 3. Handoff right up the middle goes Gavin Hooten. And he will get into the end zone and score. For Gavin Hooten, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. And Covington-Douglas jumps on top 20-8 with the 2-point conversion upcoming.
What a great answer there by Covington. Covington got themselves a couple of situations where you didn't think that they were going to be able to convert. They convert on the long throw, punch it in the end zone, and take another 2-score lead.
Like you said, the 2-point conversions in this game are going to be huge. Covington-Douglas is 1 of 2 so far on those 2-point conversions. Another nice long drive by Covington-Douglas.
Look at this formation.
They'll swinging gate to the right side. Nope. Penalty will go against Okeene, half the distance.
An encroachment.
Yep. So the direct snap coming to Ford Smith. They'll put Tarango in motion from right to left. And Smith is going to follow Tarango. Now turn it up, and he will not get there. He's going to be pushed back. He'll come up short. So now Covington-Douglas is 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions. 2:25 to play in the first quarter. Wildcats on top of the whip. It's 20-8. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
We have still got 2 minutes to change to play in the first quarter, and Covington-Douglas already has 2 long drives, one of 12 plays and one of 15 plays, and another scoring drive on top of that. This latest one, 15 plays, 65 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and Gavin Hooten scores from 3 yards out. And for Gavin, it is his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Now the kick is short, angling to the far sideline. Picked up over there on the far sideline by Jenkins. And he is pretty much down right there, and it will be at the 30-yard line, 31-yard line where this drive will start.
I believe that was actually Ethan Milligan.
Oh, was it Milligan with
that
the
was.
play?
Yes, it was.
Over there in the gloaming on the far side, kind of hard to read those numbers. A little darkness over there.
He was kind of blended in with the sideline.
And when you got a special teamer making a play like that, you need to make sure you get his name in there. So 31-yard line is where this drive will start for Okeene. Only their second possession. Covington-Douglas already had 3. So on first down, fake the jet sweep. Jenkins right side, nice move and out near the sticks. He'll pick up almost 10. They might give him about 9, right shy of the stick for Brody Jenkins. Nice gain on first down, brings up second down in inches. That ball resting right at the 40-yard line. Okeene's only touchdown, a 47-yard run by Luke Swartwood. There's been a lot of offensive activity in the first quarter of this one. Second down and very short. And Jenkins this time will hand off up the middle. That's Carbs, your fullback. So William Carbs with a short carry, but enough for the first down. Out to the 43-yard line, he'll gain 2. His first carry of the ball game. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst with you in Covington tonight. Caden LaFortune, our producer engineer, and Tyler Kerr is up on the press box being cold tonight.
He could be colder. At least it warmed up from the last couple of days.
Yes, he could. First down and 10 for the Whippets. This time it's Swartwood right up the middle, bouncing off the block, and will get out right to the midfield stripe. They're going to mark him a yard shy of the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line, gaining 6.
You just got to hold your breath if you're Covington every time Swartwood gets the ball. That kid has so much speed.
Camden Thayer with the stop. We talked about Luke Swartwood being 60 yards shy of 1,000 yards rushing on the season. He's got 52 yards, so he's one good carry from going over pretty good milestone. I bet he might. From the pistol formation, the power pistol, hands it off right up the middle, and that is Harley Carbs. And you get right just shy of the stick down to the 47, 48-yard line, picking up 1. So on third down and short, left side, here comes Swartwood. He's tackled from behind by Doherty inside the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 37. Is that going to be enough to get it there? Yep, he's over 1,000 yards rushing as he gains 11 yards.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Little quick option pitch out of that formation.
So 1,003 yards rushing on the season for Luke Swartwood, who transferred into Okeene from Canton last year, and he's had a pretty darn good year with a pretty darn good team. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter. Great ball game. Stick with us. Covington-Douglas leads Okeene 20-8. You're watching the Squirtle Game of the Week on Squirtle.tv.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC. We are Autry Technology Center.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Are we ready for the second quarter? A very exciting first quarter as Covington-Douglas leads Okeene 20-8. Now the Whippets are going from left to right. They have first down and 10. Trying to find some running room right up the middle on the handoff to Swartwood, and Swartwood down to the 31. He'll pick up 6 on first down to bring up second down at about 4 or so. The playoff teams in B3 will take on the playoff teams in B4, Velma, Alma, Wilson, Cyril, and Alex. And we'll keep an eye on those as well. We want to see who Covington-Douglas and Okeene will be playing next week, whether they'll be at home or on the road. So we'll try to keep you apprised of that situation.
Let me give a shout out to a good buddy of mine. Jason Bartell is out there listening in, tuning in, watching us. Good to know that Jason finally figured out how to get his app off of women's volleyball and Squirtle app and was able to actually figure out how to watch games inside of the app. So big props out to Jason.
Penalty moves Okeene back to the 36-yard line. Somebody jumped early, so it will be second down at about 9. Yeah, Velma Alma you don't want to finish 4th in B3
No,
because
you
it
don't.
means a trip to Velma Alma next week, and they're really good.
Yeah, we had them earlier in the year against Dewar, and they are very dynamic offensively.
Jenkins passes out to the safety valve, who makes the catch and has running room, and there's your fullback, William Carbs. Nice carry down to the 21-yard line after he makes the catch, and the run was even better, a gain of 15. So the 15-yard gain, first down and 10 for the Whippets as they try to crawl back to within a single score here. Dump it out to Carbs in the left flat this time, and he short-armed it as Jenkins just kind of laid it out there way short. Didn't put a whole lot on that when it's incomplete. So Jenkins 2 for 4 passing for 28 yards. So second down and 10 from the 21-yard line. And Swartwood, nothing doing. Nothing doing. He was taken down by Tarango and also Cash Pearson. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And that brings up third down and 11. Just underway in the second quarter, 10:39 to play. Covington-Douglas, a 14-point lead, and the point differential could come into play here tonight with the playoffs starting next week. Right side, Luke Swartwood trying to find some room, and he won't get a whole lot. He'll get some, but not nearly enough. Inside the 20-yard line down to the 18. He'll pick up 4.
Now, this will be an interesting play call here. We saw Jenkins throw a really good ball kind of on a stick route earlier on. I think you look for something that to the wide side of the field up top where you got a single receiver, and that's the guy that he likes too. That's Roberts up there up top.
Here comes the 12th play of the drive. Jenkins left-handed throws it up. It's incomplete. As he was being pressured, had to get rid of it. And so a great stop for Covington-Douglas defensively. The Wildcats will take over. Momentum is with the home team right now, the Wildcats.
Well, and I really like the way that Covington is scoring too. I mean, obviously you want to score any way you can, but they're scoring by shortening the game with long drives. You know, Okeene had their quick scoring drive earlier on, but be anxious to see if Covington can't put another big drive together.
So Covington-Douglas with the 14-point lead with the football. And
Good
now
block.
running room on the near side for Camden Thayer. Put the ball in the hands of Camden Thayer, and he'll get first down yardage out across the 25-yard line all the way to the 28 as he picks up 10. Everything is going swimmingly for Brian Smith and his Covington-Douglas Wildcats. They are trying to win by more than 15 points. Ford Smith this time. Can he get out of the tackle? No, he can't, as he is bulldogged to the turf by Riley Lucky. I saw Riley's dad before the ball game. That's Lucky Drug out there in Okeene. Big fans of the Whippets. Loss on that play. Back to the 26-yard line. Second down and 12. Smith right side this time. And he's chased and tackled from behind. Kyle Lewis with the stop.
Okeene is doing a much better job staying lateral and making it difficult for Smith to cut up the field. Early on, those plays were busting for 8, 9, 10 yards a carry, and now they've done a better job here on this drive.
This is a big play right here for the Okeene defense. They need to get off the field, get their offense back out there. Covington-Douglas has not been stopped yet. It's third down and long. Smith wants to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He won't throw it. He's dumping it off now and tried to find the hands of Blake Hamlet, and Hamlet drops it. And Hamlet is an offensive lineman.
Well, I don't think Coach Smith is very happy. He had a couple people wide open out here that kind of broke off the routes. But
yeah, there's a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage.
Caden's all over it. Look, he's figured out that flag widget. He's all over it.
I'll start watching the screen to know that stuff.
Looks like it's going to be declined.
Yep. So it's an incomplete pass. And Covington-Douglas, yep, here comes your punter. Gavin Hooten, he's punted the ball 13 times this season for a 29.9-yard average. His long on the year is 52 yards. But the snap goes over his head. Can he get something away? He does kick it away and gets off a pretty darn good kick that takes a nice roll.
Wow.
Everything is going the way of the Wildcats so far, and they'll down it at the 34-yard line. How about that? The line of scrimmage was the 30-yard line. That ends up being a 36-yard punt. A 36-yard punt for Gavin Hooten. You thought for a second he wasn't going to try to kick it away.
That's been the best play of the game so far. I mean, he was having to backpedal. He dodged a man. He got that kick off of somebody in his face, too. I mean, we've seen people punt and kick an 8-man, and they normally don't punt it more than about 30, 20 yards. That's a heck of a punt.
That really was. So Okeene takes over first down and 10 at their 34 with 8 minutes to play. And Swartwood tries to get out of a couple of tackles. He'll get about a yard or so, and that is just about it. Taken down by Ford Smith. So a gain of 1 to the 35 brings up second down and 9. 73 yards rushing on 8 carries for Luke Swartwood.
Remind everybody out there, sports fans, we will have our first basketball game of the week tomorrow night. We'll have Preston at Okarche. 4 state tournament teams.
Okarche, a great, relatively still new gymnasium. It is fantastic.
Big run.
Here's Carbs up the middle. How about the fullback across midfield and down to the 45? He just picked up 20.
I'll tell you what, that is a weapon late in the playoffs or when you get into the playoffs and it gets cold, having a fullback you can go to that runs like that, that is a weapon that you want to have on your side.
He runs like a bowling ball rolling downhill. So into Covington-Douglas territory, first down and 10 from the 45. Put Swartwood in motion, going to fake the give to him this time, and Jenkins is tackled in the backfield by Tarango. Miguel Tarango with the tackle for a loss. That's a big play right there, a very nice play. Gets him off schedule. A loss of 3 makes it second and 13. Beautiful night for high school football in early November under the Thursday night lights in Covington, Fabian Field, where we're at tonight on the Squirtle Game of the Week. Also on the Sports Animal WWLS platforms tonight as well. So many places you can watch the game if you have a computer or a phone or something like that. But we've got a timeout. We'll take a break. 6:25 to play in the first half. It's 20-8, the lead for Covington-Douglas. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.tv.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
While you were watching a commercial, we were watching nothing. The lights went out for just a moment, about 10 or 15 seconds here. It was pretty darn dark. in the stadium here. I had my little light here in front of me on. That's the only light we had in the whole area, but it came right back on. So you don't even know what happened, but it was pretty interesting here for just a little bit. 6:26 to play in the second quarter. It's 2nd down and 12 for Okeene. They trail Covington-Douglas 20-8, and they've got 2nd and 12 from the Covington-Douglas 47-yard line. Going to fake the give to give it to Swartwood this time, but he is bottled up and tackled for a loss. And is he still on his feet? He was still on his feet. He never went down. No, I take it back. The ball was stripped away. William Carbs came up with it and carried it forward, but there was a flag on the play. They're going to mark it at the 45-yard line. So it ends up being a gain of 3. I'm going to give it to William Carbs. Carbs came out of the pile with the football. No flag. I think maybe the official was throwing his flag just to be a marker. So it's 3rd down and 10. He was throwing the marker where the ball was technically fumbled. Give it off to Carbs again, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. Great defense for Covington-Douglas. Leading the way that way, Derek Doherty. So no gain on the play. And now it is 4th down and 10. Defense is settling down a little bit. We had a bunch of points in that first quarter, but now we have the opportunity for some defensive stops as Covington-Douglas has had one already. And it looks like they will punt. That Luke Swartwood, who, well, let's see here, a power pistol formation. They're going for it. Across the middle, ball caught, 1st down. Jenkins able to find his receiver, and that is Riley Lucky, the starting tight end, who makes the catch down to the 30-yard line. A big 15-yard hookup as Riley Lucky makes the catch. So the 15-yard completion. The big target there, Riley Lucky. He's 6'2", 230. So 1st down and 10 now at the 30-yard line of Covington-Douglas for the Whippets, down by 12 points at 20-8. There's Carbs again. William Carbs up the middle. He was tripped up by Cash Pearson. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2 inside the 25-yard line down to the 23, make it a 7-yard gain. But William Carbs, 4 big carries for him now, 4 carries for 32 yards. So it's 2nd down and about 3 or so. And this time Jenkins to throw, left-handed ball. He dropped. Was dropped by Briar Roberts. So now 3rd down and a couple 3 yards. Definitely 2-down territory for the Whippets. 3:51 to play in the first half. They trail 20-8. Big old matchup in B3 tonight. Man in motion from left to right. They're going to fake the give to Swartwood. It's Jenkins. He couldn't step out of that tackle. Maybe a yard. That's just about it. It'll be 4th down and 2. Cash Pearson makes the nice stop. So down to the 22-yard line, brings up 4th down and 2. Brody Jenkins has found the sledding a little tough in this one. 4 carries, 10 yards rushing for the quarterback. 4th down and 2. Sweep on the right side. They're going to get the 1st down this time inside the 20-yard line, and that is Briar Roberts on the carry that time. So Roberts inside the 20-yard line down to the 17. He'll pick up 5, and that is enough for the 1st down. So they'll set the chains, put the clock in motion, under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Big drive for the Whippets. They need to capitalize right here if they want to go into the locker room only down by less than a touchdown. This time it's Jenkins dragging a blue jersey for a few extra yards. He was held on to by Cash Pearson. Gain of 5 down to the 13-yard line. Give him 4.
You can survive the power outage?
About a 15-second power outage. You were on your way to the necessary room.
Yes.
I hope you made it okay.
I did.
Got pitch black there for a
Dark down
second.
there.
Pitch left side. Swartwood stretched out. And nice tackle made. The initial contact made by Ford Smith. And Swartwood picks up a yard or so down to the 12. So now 3rd down and 5. Under 2 to play in the first half. Jenkins in the gun. Wide out to the right side. Tight end left. They're going to hand off to Carbs this time, running toward the strong side. He'll get the first down. Another nice carry by William Carbs.
Yeah, and he drugged Daugherty that time and ran through about 3 other defenders. Well, Tom, we were talking about that ceiling game. Southwest Covenant just cut it to 2, 16-14.
Wow, down to the 4-yard line. That's a unbelievable score. They were down early 16-0, a couple of touchdowns to crawl back into it. First down and goal from the 4-yard line. Carbs going nowhere this time. A lot of blue jerseys wrestling him down to the turf. Leading the way by Miguel Tarango.
That took a crew of them, though, to bring Carbs down. They had about 75% of their team had to tackle him that time.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Yeah, we talked earlier, if Southwest Covenant can figure out a way to upset Sealing, they could win the district championship if Covington-Douglas can win.
Another game of area interest we talked about earlier. Perry leads 14-3 at half over Alva.
We picked that one on the Pick'em show last night, and Swartwood into the end zone for a touchdown. Luke Swartwood will score from 4 yards out, and that'll make it 20-14 with a 2-point conversion upcoming. So Luke Swartwood from 4 yards out, a long Okeene drive right there. That was a 15-play drive.
Well, it was a great answer for Okeene going in at the half. You have a chance to cut it to 4 with just 30 seconds to go, and really kind of Covington has controlled this first half, but, you go in at halftime only being down 4. You got to be happy with that if you're Okeene.
Touchdown comes with 37 seconds to play in the first half, and Swartwood will be tackled short of the goal line for 2 points. So 2-point conversion, no good. The score now 20-14, the 6-point lead for the Wildcats. We'll take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week on Scortle.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Hello, Okeene got Covington-Douglas's offense off the field. They took over after the punt on their own 34-yard line. 15 plays later, 64-yard drive. It took 7 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock, and Luke Swartwood scored from 4 yards out. 2-point conversion, no good. 20-14 the score now. Here comes the kickoff. Miguel Tarango back the other way. Tackled out across the 35-yard line at the 36. William Carbs, we've talked about him all night long on the other side of the ball, makes the special teams tackle right
he's
there.
all over the place.
He
I
is.
mean, I'm telling you, he's also got a banged-up arm, too, because he's kind of holding that right arm out to the side. He's got it all taped up. I know his dad. His dad was a heck of a football player at Okeene back in the day.
So we will see. Will Covington-Douglas try to do anything special here or just get into the locker room leading by 6?
Interesting front by Okeene.
Ford, draw play, running room to the 45-yard line, out of bounds at the 48. That may change your mind as you gain 12 right there.
That's a risk that you run, dropping everybody like that with the kind of runner that Smith is. Obviously, he just needs one little crease, and he can make it happen.
So first down and 10 from the 48.
Big shout out to the Covington administration and Covington school system for being a Squirtle partner with us. You're probably watching this on cdwildcats.tv.
So many different places you can watch this one tonight. The Sports Animal platform and the Squirtle platform. Ball caught by Hooten, out of bounds, stop the clock at the 40-yard line.
Great execution. I actually saw Tiffany Smith, Gavin's mom. She was at OKSDE this weekend at the conference in Tulsa. Kind of helps manage and run their Squirtle platform here for Covington.
So 12 yards hookup. Now first down and 10. Smith.
Carbs.
Yep. Tackles him from behind. Just shy of the line of scrimmage. That'll be a sack. With 13 seconds to play in the first half, Covington-Douglas will burn a timeout. We will take it with them. Late first half, Covington-Douglas with a 20-14 lead. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers...
Second down and 10 from the 41-yard line for Covington-Douglas, the final moments of the first half. Smith wants to run, needs to get out of bounds. He will inside the 30-yard line. He will step out, let's see, at about the 25 to the 24. Let's see where they're going to mark his football. 24-yard line. He just gained 16 yards.
Well, that time the best block on the play came by the official in the middle of the field. Carbs could not get to Smith in the backfield.
6 seconds to play. They've got a chance to go to the end zone here. Empty the backfield, 2 wide to the right side, 1 to the left, actually 2 wide to both sides. Throwing toward the end zone, has a man, and incomplete, trying to run under it down there. It's Camden Thayer. There's 1 second remaining. And Covington-Douglas will burn another timeout. We'll go ahead and keep this one right here. This is the 5th play of the drive coming up. Started back at the 36-yard line with 31 seconds to play, and they've been able to move the ball down the field to get a chance to score here at the 24-yard line with 1 second to play. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst with you tonight from Fabian Field in Covington. Caden LaFortune, our producer-engineer. And Tyler Kerr up on the top of the press box running the camera, doing a tremendous job tonight.
Got a full house in the press box, too.
It is a full house in the press box. It's a big game. There's going to be a full house when it's a big game. So stick around at halftime. We'll get a chance to, you get to see a lot of sponsors, but also we'll cover the scoring in the first half, go back and recap the stats. And we will also update all those scores that we've been wanting to keep an eye on here tonight, including the ones from both B3 and B4.
I'm telling you, if you're just casually a sports fan and you're anywhere in Northwest Oklahoma, if you somehow don't come upon this game somewhere on one of the 400 platforms that it's on right now.
Squirtle.tv, cdwildcats.com, the sports animal platforms, and we're giving you a good game so far. These two teams have really showed up tonight with so much on the line. So final play of the first half from the 24-yard line. They're trying to find some running room, and he'll be sacked. He fumbled the football late, and the sack was by Riley Lucky, and then falling on the football was Harley Carbs, and that is a loss back to the 40-yard line. They end up losing 16 yards on the play, but the first half comes to an end. Good ball game. Covington-Douglas 20, Okeene 14. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.tv.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We are making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce. serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Is your
Halftime in Covington tonight. The Covington-Douglas Wildcats on top of the Okeene Whippets, 20-14 in this B3 matchup. Tom Nelson with you at halftime. Let's go back and recap the scoring. Been a good one so far. Covington-Douglas took the opening kickoff, took over on their 35-yard line, put together a 12-play, 65-yard drive, and Miguel Tarango scored on a 17-yard run. A two-point conversion by Ford Smith made it 8-0 with 7:48 to play in the first quarter. They went for the onside kick, and they converted after that first touchdown, took over on the Okeene 44-yard line and scored quickly. 2 plays, 44 yards in just 17 seconds. Ford Smith, the quarterback, from 32 yards out. 2-point conversion, no good. 7:31 to play in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Covington-Douglas. Okeene gets an answer. 4 plays, 63 yards at a minute 34. Luke Swartwood, a big 47-yard touchdown run. He got the 2-point conversion, 5:55 to play in the first quarter, and it's now 14-8 Covington-Douglas. But Cov Doug had an answer, a long drive, 15 plays, 65 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and it was Gavin Hooten scoring from 3 yards out. 2-point conversion run, no good. 2:25 to play in the first quarter, and it's 20-8 Covington-Douglas. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. Okeene with one empty trip. They go for it on fourth down, come up empty. Covington-Douglas goes 3 and out. They punt the ball back to Okeene. The Whippets take over on their own 34-yard line and put together a long drive of their own. 15 plays, 64 yards. It took 7 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock. And Luke Swartwood with the 4-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion run was no good. That happened with 36 seconds to play in the first half. And that is where we stand. Covington-Douglas leads Okeene by a score of 20-14. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers in the first half of this one. First of all, for Okeene on the ground, 23 rushes for 139 yards. And Luke Swartwood leading the way, 10 carries, 79 yards. William Carbs, the fullback, 5 carries for 40 yards. And Brody Jenkins, the quarterback, 5 carries for 14. So 23 for 139 on the ground. Through the air, Jenkins is 4 of 7 passing for 43 yards. Briar Roberts with a catch for 13. Riley Lucky, a catch for 15. And William Carbs, a catch for 15 yards. 30 offensive plays for Okeene in the first half, 182 total yards. They averaged 6.1 yards a play. For Covington-Douglas, 27 rushes for 176 yards, led on the ground by the quarterback Ford Smith, 16 carries for 96 yards rushing, and he included a 32-yard touchdown run in that mix. 6 carries for Gavin Hooten for 30 yards. Miguel Tarango, 4 carries for 40 yards. He had a 17-yard touchdown run as well. So 27 for 176 on the ground. Through the air, Ford Smith was 4 of 9 passing for 58 yards. A couple of receptions by Miguel Tarango of 4 and 30 yards. Cade Griffin, a catch for 12. And Justice Hooten, a catch for 12 yards. 36 offensive plays for Covington-Douglas in the first half for 234 yards, and they averaged 6.5 yards per play. First half was a great one. I would expect the same thing in the second 24 minutes. 20-14 the score. The lead for the Covington-Douglas Wildcats over Okeene. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.tv.
Your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Welcome back to Covington-Douglas High School. Halftime, Covington-Douglas leading Okeene 20-14. Let's check the Squirtle scoreboard in Class B. Weber's falls over Quinton 40-6 at half. Drumright leads Ollie 46-6. That's a halftime score as well. Big game here in B3. Sealing at the half, leading Southwest Covenant 24-14. Just down the road, Regent Prep, no trouble with Pioneer tonight, 52-6. Here's a game from B4, which is Wilson leading Central Marlowe 51-8. Wilson wins that ball game. They're pretty much locked into the number 2 spot in B4, and they would take on the number 3 team here in B3. Laverne has beaten Balco Forgan tonight 52-0. The score in that ball game. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst, and the whole Squirtle crew glad to be with you on cdwildcats.tv, Squirtle.tv, Squirtle Facebook, Sports Animal Facebook, Sports Animal YouTube, Sports Animal website, Sports Animal Squirtle. Great partnership. If you're missing this game, you're not trying hard. But looking forward to a good second half here. And I was going to go ahead, and we haven't done this yet. We have some time here before the third quarter starts. Take a look at the playoff scenarios in B3. And I have them on my phone here. What happened to them? There we go. And first of all, Sealing and Southwest Covenant playing tonight. If Sealing wins, they're number 1. If Southwest Covenant wins, they could be number 1 if Covington-Douglas would beat Okeene. If Okeene beats Covington-Douglas and Sealing loses to Southwest Covenant, Okeene beats Southwest Covenant, Okeene would be the district champion. No, they'd be second. No, I take it back. Let me think about this for a second. They might be third because, they'd be third because Sealing would be number 2. But there are all kinds of possible scenarios here, including drawing lots could be, or the coin flip to decide where the who goes where next week. All these 4 teams that are in the mix are all going to go to the playoffs. It's just a matter of where they will be. And we'll go ahead and we'll see if we can figure out in the post game, see who wins this ball game, because that is going to be who decides what happens next week. We are underway in the second half, and this short kick, he touched that before it went out of bounds. Of course, 35-yard line is where it would have been anyway.
Yeah.
So Okeene will take over first down and 10. They've never led in this ball game. They fell down early 14-0, but they will take over here at the 35-yard line to start the third quarter.
Need to give a shout out to Sammy Cottrell. Need to tell her hello. She's home, sick with the kid, and her dad, Doc Hayworth, has been sick, and I believe he has got to go home. So prayers up for him. Hope he starts feeling better, but wanted to give them a shout out.
I've sold Sammy some advertising over the years for Whippet ball games in the past. Handoff on first down, right up the middle. William Carbs across midfield and down to the 44. Rumbling and bumbling, stumbling for the first down, as Chris Berman would say.
I'll tell you what, I was talking to the coaching staff before the game, and they talked about, I mentioned this earlier about Carbs not having a ton of carries on the season, but man, he could be a serious weapon for the Whippets in the playoffs.
21-yard gain, first down and 10 for the Whippets. They're now in Covington-Douglas territory. They score here. They take the lead for the first time. Swartwood angling off left guard, spins out of a tackle and dives inside the 35-yard line. That'll be another first down to the 33 as he picks up 11.
Well, that's something to be looking out for. Might have been a little added motivation at halftime. You see Okeene coming out pretty strong here with 2 big plays right off the bat.
So Swartwood, who had 79 yards rushing in the first half, now right at 90 on 11 carries. And we talked about the fact that he went over 1,000 yards rushing on the season in the first half. He had 1,120 rushing yards a year ago, his junior year at Canton. There he goes again.
Big
Bounces
run
off a tackle, and he is gone. Okeene will take their first lead. 33-yard touchdown run for Luke Swartwood. And the Whippets go on top. Take it back. It's tied right now. They'll go for 2. It was 20-14. They won't grab a lead unless they convert this 2-point conversion. I got ahead of myself. So we are tied at 20 now with 11:03 to play in the third quarter. Covington-Douglas fans are going, hey, 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 not so fast. It is only tied. For the 2-point conversion, let's see if Okeene can get this and get their first lead of the ball game.
And we talked about how big these conversions are, too. And I believe Covington was just one of 3, right, so far in the game?
Yes, exactly right. And we've got a timeout. They know this is a big play coming up. We'll go ahead and just keep this one right here. The 33-yard touchdown run by Swartwood as he blasts over 100 yards rushing on the night. And so we are tied at 20 in the first minute of the third quarter.
Well, we talked about how does, Okeene respond. Like, Covington really, I mean, the only score was just up by 1 score at half, but I really felt like Covington controlled the first half. But big answer here for the Whippets coming out of the halftime to get a score on the board.
We're talking about how there'd be a lot of points in this one. That so far is the case. 20-20 here on the first minute of the third quarter.
What did the Oklahoman put in the over and under at about 96?
Well, the Oklahoman had Okeene winning at 52-46, so that would be 98.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be 98. So now they'll go for 2. Brady Jenkins up under center. The man in motion, Swartwood. And it's going to be the handoff to Swartwood. Can he get it inside the pylon? Flag flies. He didn't get in, but a flag flies. The 2-point conversion run, he came up just a little bit short. He tried to get the ball to the pylon, but they'll say he didn't do it. And whatever penalty it was, it's going to be a penalty decline. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So we are tied at 20. Okeene could not take the lead. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Okeene scores in the first minute of the third quarter to tie this ball game up at 20. Squib kick taken by an up man, and immediately downing it is Camden Thayer. So now Covington-Douglas, who's never trailed in this game, and despite what I tried to say before the break, they're not trailing now. We're tied at 20.
You're just wanting to put them down.
They'll take over first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. That drive for Okeene, 3 plays, 65 yards, 56 seconds off the clock, and Luke Swartwood scores from 33 yards out. He's now got 12 carries for 123 yards rushing. So from the 37-yard line, change my pin color here. This drive starts with 11:03 to play in the third quarter. First down, Tarango, right side. Stays on his feet. Good run on first down across the 40-yard line. Get him out to the 42 or so as he picks up, give to the 41 to gain 4. So Tarango, that's his 5th carry of the ball game. He's got 44 yards rushing. Second down and 6. You've got Smith with Tarango to his right, wide out to the near side and the far side. And now, little draw play. Here comes Smith. Running room. First down across the 50 down to the 45. William Carbs with the tackle, but move the chains for the Wildcats. They'll mark him back at the 46. So a gain of 13 for the quarterback, who's now over 100 yards rushing in the ball game. 17 carries for 109.
Smith does such a good job when dropping back. Once he sees any kind of opening, he takes it. Difficult to cover.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for Covington-Douglas in Okeene territory. 4 receivers spread across the formation. Pass right side, little inside screen, and turning it upfield is some running room for Cade Griffin. Griffin down to the 39-yard line. He'll pick up 7. And for Cade Griffin, that's his 2nd catch of the night, his 23rd of the season, and it will bring up 2nd down and 4.
A shout out to Coach Shackelford from Cashin. He's tuning in. He's got a big game down the road against Crescent, the War on 74 for tomorrow night.
Crescent got beat last week by Minco. They'll be a little upset. That's a huge rivalry game, though. Tarango gets it down to the 36-yard line, which will be enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, a gain of 4.
Yeah, that was our game of the week last week. That was a heck of a game to watch. Minco and Crescent. Tell you what, Minco has got themselves a team. They are very physical, great on defense. And I believe we're going to be covering that second-round playoff game more than likely at Fairview, which will probably be Fairview and Crescent, which should be an interesting game.
A lot of Okeene fans are keeping up with Minco, of course, with Coach Wardlaw down there. Pass incomplete, pass interference, I think, as Tarango was thrown to the turf. He was thrown to the turf by Harley Carbs. Pass interference will be a 15-yard penalty. They'll move it inside the 25-yard line all the way down to the 21. 15-yard penalty, first down and 10. Tied at 20. Covington-Douglas has led all the way, but Okeene with the equalizer, the 33-yard run by Luke Swartwood just moments ago. Now they are just shy of the red zone at the 21-yard line. Wide out left and right, and 2 backs flanking. Smith, forward to throw, looking left. Now the out pattern finds Tarango. Tarango to the 10, and he is knocked down right there by Carbs. Man, I tell you, William Carbs has been all over on both sides of the football tonight. down to the 10-yard line. It'll be first, and where they're marking that football, they might be able to get a first down inside the 1. Although it looks like they're going to mark it as they're going to say second down in inches. So it's a 9-yard gain. Should be a first down.
Will be now.
Handoff up the middle. Yep, there's a first down on the carry that time. That's Cash Pearson, his first carry of the night. So a 2-yard gain for Pearson, and that'll get it down to the 9-yard line. With 8:43 to play in the third quarter. Pearson in there again to the left of Smith. Smith wants to go left side this time, and not a whole lot there. Great defense by the Whippets as they closed, and William Carbs is in there. He was the one who cleaned it up, but it was Luke Swartwood who made the initial contact. Mark it down to the 6-yard line. He ends up gaining 3 on the play. Second down and goal from the 6. Out to Tarango, and boy, he stayed on his feet after the initial contact, but will go down at about the 1. So he'll pick up 5, but will come up just short. Little 5-yard connection between Ford Smith and Miguel Tarango. For Tarango, it's his 4th catch of the night.
I'm going to guess that Carbs has got 15 tackles already.
I bet he does.
It's incredible how many. He is on every tackle.
Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Tarango tries to find running room right side. He stopped. He did not get there. He'll be a few inches short. They're going to mark him right at the 1.
Guess who was there?
Mr. Carbs again. Yeah, no doubt about it.
That kid.
Defensive player of the game. So now it's 4th down and goal.
Well, and if you're Covington, rolling out Smith somehow, I would say to this wide side of the field some way is probably your best play.
Do the Whippets have a stop in it? We'll find out right here. Tarango in motion.
Or the other way.
He didn't get it. No. He did not get there. What a stop by the Whippets. What a stop. And so Okeene will take over on the 1-yard line. So 99 yards away from their end zone. Okeene takes over, but their defense got a huge stop, but they're back against the wall.
Big time answer there by the Whippets.
So the drive will start at the 1-yard line with 6:45 to play in the third quarter.
I guess they're going to get a heavy dose of carbs here to get themselves some breathing room.
Yeah, William Carbs, just a bruising ball carrier. Jenkins up under center.
Ooh, fumble.
Ball is loose, and
Covington
the Wildcats jump on it. They did it to touchdown.
That was a safety.
Oh, it is a safety. No, if it's a safety, that means that Okeene covered the football in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Be a safety.
It's not a touchdown because Covington-Douglas did not fall on it. It's a 2-pointer, a safety, to make it 22-20. So Covington-Douglas will get the lead back. Okeene with a great defensive stop, but now they'll give the ball back to Covington-Douglas on the free kick after the safety.
Covington got their lead back, Tom. You were doubting them.
They did.
They found it in a unique way, but they got it back.
They did. So the safety with 6:40 to play in the third quarter, and the Wildcats are back on top. 22-20.
I'm not real sure what happened there. It looked like Jenkins was trying to get the ball handed off to Carbs, and I don't know if Carbs didn't know if he was getting it, but then he tried to reach to hand it to him and fumbled. He was able to get on top of it to save them, some points, but obviously a terrible miscue there by the Whippets.
So the kick will come from the 20-yard line, which means that Covington-Douglas is going to get out of this with some really good field position.
the way Okeene's been kicking it, they've been squibbing it kind of on a line drive too, which has given Tarango an opportunity to return. So it'd be interesting to see how they handle that here.
We've seen a little bit of everything in this one, and now we've seen a safety. So Jenkins will tee it up at the 20-yard line. Tarango is way back deep inside his 35, and the kick will be taken by Tarango to the 40 to the 45 now, to midfield, and he'll get inside Okeene territory, and the Wildcats will start the drive first down and 10 at the Okeene 47. So this will be, for Covington-Douglas, their second best starting field position of the night. They started their second drive after the onside kick at the Okeene 44, and they cashed that one into points.
Well, we saw in the first quarter that Covington controlled the ball most of the clock of the first quarter, and they're looking to do the same thing here in this third quarter.
On first down, pass caught on the slant to Tarango. He'll get the first down inside the 40-yard line down to the 36, a quick 11-yard gain. Tarango with his 5th catch of the night. Move the chains.
QB draw. Looks like Coach Smith wants to change the play here for Covington.
He'll throw. Now he wants to run, and he slides. He slips on the turf after about a 2-yard gain. Looks like they'll mark him at the 34, which will bring up second down and 8. So Fort Smith now is over 100 yards rushing. 114 yards rushing on 20 carries.
That looked like it hurt. He's a lot more flexible than I am. I'll tell you that much.
Ford Smith, a 6'1", 162-pound junior. He's back next year. Second and 8 in Whippet territory at the 35. Low snap. He picks it up now. He's trying to make something happen here. Rolls to his right. Flag flies, holding, and he has popped out of bounds. I don't know. He just stepped out of bounds over there. There's no flag. But this will come back, and Covington-Douglas will be marked back 10 yards on the hold. You're just joining us back in the first half. Covington-Douglas jumped out early 14-0. They led 20-14 at the half after Okeene scored in the final minute of the first half. Luke Swartwood, a 4-yard touchdown run to make it 20-14. Then Okeene came right out, opening drive of the second half, scored 3 plays, covered 65 yards in less than a minute. 2-point conversion run, no good after Swartwood's 33-yard run. Screen near side, caught by Thayer. Thayer, 35, 30, and steps out of bounds inside the 30-yard line as Swartwood knocked him out of bounds. Knocked him out at the 28. He'll end up gaining 6 after all that.
I'd say that was really interesting because Okeene actually had that covered well, but the lineman, no one ran with the receiver.
Now for Thayer, it's his 31st catch of the season. So 3rd down and 2 now. Manageable for the Wildcats. They've got 2 downs to get it. Tarango, first down. Pulling a whippet inside the 25-yard line down to the 23. Nice 5-yard run by Tarango.
Been really impressed with Covington up front. Anytime they've had to run anything inside, too, they seem to get a pretty good push up there.
Pretty good push, exactly right. Yeah, Trevor Frankie at center. We've got Blake Hamlet, Cooper Sherman, Michael Duggar on that offensive line. Smith. And he'll get pushed back at the 20-yard line. They may give him forward progress to the 19. I'm going to say the 20, so he'll pick up 3. Hardly Carbs in the stop.
Brothers Carbs, both of them.
Yeah. Be second down and 7. Smith this time, play action. And he'll be stepped out of a tackle. He was almost sacked, and he'll gain yardage before he was tackled after a pretty good gain out of all that. Tackle made by Harley Carbs, but he'll get inside the 15-yard line down to the 14 to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Took a big old chunk of the turf with him, too. It's stuck on his helmet.
So 3rd down and 1 now. Under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 22-20, Covington-Douglas. The difference right now is a safety. Tarango gets the 1st down on 2nd effort inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 8. He'll gain 6. It's been Tarango on this drive. Don't forget what happened the last time Covington-Douglas was down here. They gave it up on downs on the 1-yard line, went for it on 4th down, came up empty, but then a fumbled snap by the Whippets and a safety made it 22-20. So Covington-Douglas trying to capitalize on that safety and getting the ball back with the good field position. Smith, Ford going right, flag. And he'll finally be slowed down and stop his forward progress, but I think there was a hold over there on the end. Yep, the 10-yard penalty that will go against Covington-Douglas will make it 1st down and goal at about the 18-yard line by the time they mark this off.
Well, Sealing has opened it up on Southwest Covenant. It's now 38-14. So Sealing looks to be the district champion in this district, more than likely.
Here comes the 9th play of the drive. Keep in mind, Covington-Douglas needs to get points. They need to win by 15 for playoff positioning. That pass incomplete. Was dropped out here on the near side by Thayer. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal, 3rd and long. The 18-yard line. Both these teams are going to make the playoffs. It comes down to positioning. And you really don't want to be 4th. You don't want to have to go to Velma-Alma next week. So to that end, Covington-Douglas would need to win by 15 and then see if things could go their way. 2nd down and goal. Across the middle, incomplete. A couple of Whippets were in the area. Jenkins and Roberts. The pass intended for Thayer. Now it's 4th down and goal at the 18-yard line. Correction, 3rd and goal at the 18 after that penalty.
I'll tell you, Covington's had a lot of success, kind of running a couple men deep and then kind of settling a guy at about 10 to 15 yards.
Smith right side, wants to run, running room to the 10 to the 5, flag as he goes into the end zone, but a flag on the play. Yeah, Ford Smith dove into the end zone, but personal foul against Okeene. So did he not get into the end zone? He must not have. So they'll put it down at the 3-yard line. Yeah, is this a touchdown or a 2-point conversion?
What is going on?
Yeah, the officials never indicated a touchdown, but they're marking the ball at the 3-yard line. And I think that Coach Allen is wondering the same thing. Is this a touchdown or a 2-point conversion? Because it looked like Ford Smith dove into the end zone.
I don't think how is it 1st down, though? It's 1st down from the 3.
Now, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Yeah, is this the try or is this the touchdown?
No, it's.
So rolling to his right is Smith. Back left side, ball caught. And is that a touchdown or a 2-point conversion? That is the 2-point conversion. Boy, it would have been nice to have an
confused.
indication from the officials. So what we had was an 18-yard touchdown run by Ford Smith, and then the 2-point conversion on the pass. So 30-20 is our score, 2:29 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle. No indication.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Covington-Douglas opens the lead back up to 2 possessions, a 12-play, 47-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, and it was Ford Smith running it in from 18 yards out. He dove into the end zone. Then the 2-point conversion pass, Smith to Thayer, and with 2:29 to play in the third quarter, it's 30-20, and this onside kick attempt, I don't think will go 10 yards. Nope. So Okeene should have the football. Oh, offside. They'll mark it back 5 yards and do it again. I was looking down at my score sheet and writing down numbers there. So it should go, yeah, the penalty on the kickoff. That's right. The sportsmanlike conduct penalty on the kickoff. They'll move it back now to the 50-yard line. That's why Covington-Douglas is trying the onside kick. They had the great starting field position for the kick itself.
It's all coming together, Tom.
It really is. It's a jigsaw puzzle, but we are putting the puzzle together at this point.
Glad we got it figured out.
We'll try the squib kick
again.
Goodness. It's loose and fallen on.
Now Milligan gets on it.
Yeah, Ethan Milligan, the sophomore, and Okeene will take over first down and 10. They will start the drive, 33-yard line. Well, heck. So 33-yard line for the Whippets. They will start this drive with 2:25 to play in the third quarter. And they trail by 10. Huge drive right here for Okeene. On first down.
Big run.
There goes Swartwood. And Swartwood across the 40-yard line of the 41. Out there on an island was Ford Smith, who brought him down. So a gain of 7. Don't go anywhere. 10 points in this game is nothing. Still plenty of time late in the third quarter, 2 minutes to play. Jenkins this time hands off to Swartwood again. He lowers his shoulder, gets pushed back though.
That was Daughtery.
Leading tackler for the Wildcats. Derek Daugherty with the stop. It's 3rd down and 1. Ball resting at the 41-yard line.
Oh, boy, we got a great game up in Alva. Perry leads 20-16.
I think I picked Perry in that one on the Pick'em show the other night. 3rd and a long 1, almost 2.
Ooh, got him.
Jenkins, wide open, big tight end, left it short. Tried to find Lucky. It's incomplete. Getting back in coverage was Thayer. But Lucky, the big tight end, was wide open for a moment, and Jenkins couldn't find him.
Well, and Okeene, I'm guessing they go for it here, obviously. Just only 2 or 3 yards to go, down 10.
So 4th down and 2, the ball resting at the 43-yard line. They need to get past the 44 to move the chains, and we've got a timeout. 1:14 to play, third quarter. Covington-Douglas 30, Okeene 20. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle.tv.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help.
4th down and 2 for Okeene, trailing by 10 here late in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Carbs, the last dive, gets him the first down. William Carbs moved the chains. First down for Okeene at the 44. He picks up 3. William Carbs has been a stud for the Whippets out of both sides of the ball. That's a key carry right there to move the chains. So first down and 10, final minute of the third quarter.
Ooh, nice.
Swartwood leveled behind the line of scrimmage by Tarango. Did not surprise Tarango a bit. And a loss on the play back to the 40. He'll lose Ford. So it's second down and 14.
Watch for them out of this gun play where they're bringing Swartwood in motion. Watch the quarterback draw.
Yeah, Jenkins up under center. Has a man down here. It's his favorite target, but it's intercepted by Thayer, and a flag flies. This might be pass interference. I thought Thayer had good position. The pass intended for Briar Roberts, his favorite target. Could it be going the other way? The pass interference. Yep. Now that should be enough for the first down. Of course, I did not see what happened before, but it looked like Thayer had pretty good position. But like I said, we're looking down there, and we might have missed the chicken fighting.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but I mean, like I said, I'll take the official's word for it.
So the ball in Covington-Douglas territory at the 45-yard line now in the final 13 seconds of the third quarter. High snap, Jenkins brings it down, holds off to Carbs. Here comes Carbs. William Carbs inside the 35-yard line down to the 33. They'll stop the clock to move the chain. 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Gain of 12. Will they get a playoff here before the end of the third quarter? They will not. We go to the fourth quarter. Okeene has the ball down 30-20, and they will have it at the Covington-Douglas 33-yard line when we come back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle.tv.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
We go to the fourth quarter at Fabian Field in Covington. 8-man football action on the Squirtle Game of the Week. Tom Nelson and Adam Dieselhorst bringing it to you. Covington-Douglas with a 10-point lead at 30-20, but the Whippets from Okeene in Wildcat territory starting the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 at the Covington-Douglas 33-yard line. They need to capitalize and score points right here. Going from right to left now, the Whippets in the white uniforms and the Columbia blue. Left side, Jenkins following his blocks around the edge and gets out of bounds inside the 20-yard line at the 19. He will pick up 14 yards in the first play of the fourth quarter.
Big physical run for Okeene to start this fourth quarter. They just run a quarterback sweep, wide side of the field.
They haven't used Brady much tonight, or
No,
Brody, as a runner. That's his 7th carry for 27 yards. First down and 10 at the 19 in the red zone here for the Whippets, down by 10. Shotgun to Jenkins, wants to run right side. Following Swartwood, he turns it up and gets down to the 16. Picking up 3. Derek Doherty on the stop for Covington-Douglas. Second down and 6, almost 7. Swartwood up the middle, bouncing right. First down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Doherty saves a touchdown there.
Mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 11 for Swartwood. 1st and goal. Give it to the fullback, and Carbs is blasted at the line of scrimmage as Doherty comes right up there and knocks him down. He was not fooled at all.
Boy, Carbs and Doherty are having a competition to see who can get the most tackles in this game. Impressive from both sides.
He lost a yard. That's a TFL for Doherty right there. Second down and goal at the 6. Huge sequence right here. Okeene needs to score a touchdown. Left flat. There's a catch by Carbs and into the end zone, touchdown.
Whoa.
Flag late, comes in after Carbs scored. It is a hold against the Whippets. Take the touchdown off the board. Tanner Allen is hot.
Yeah, he is. That flag was thrown long ways away. I've never seen a flag thrown that far. It's really impressive.
Yeah, from the far sideline as Carbs was going in on the near sideline near the near pylon. So put it back to the 12-yard line. So the hold came as he was about the 2-yard line. Left flat ball caught. Swartwood, can he get to the end zone? Down to the 1. Down to the 1-yard line.
What a great job by Jenkins. Man, heck of a play there.
Just to stay alive, the 11-yard hookup. Jenkins to Swartwood. That is Swartwood's first catch of the night. So now 3rd down and goal at the 1.
Give it to Carbs.
He's lined up to the left of Jenkins. They'll give it to him. He is blown up.
Oh.
He laterals it back to Jenkins, who will go into the end zone
What
for
a
the
play.
touchdown. What a heads-up play by Carbs as he was stoned at the line of scrimmage. They'd not blown the whistle yet. He lateraled it back to Jenkins, who took it around the left side in for a touchdown.
That's like backyard football right there.
Oh, my gosh.
Great play.
So Bo Jenkins scores from 1 yard out. That makes it 30-26 with the two-point conversion upcoming. What a heads-up play for William Carbs, and Bo Jenkins was there to get it across the goal line into the end zone. For two, Swartwood got in for two. That makes it 30-28. We will take a break. The difference right now, that safety. 9:46 to play in the ball game. Covington-Douglas by 2. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
$14 plays, 67 yards in 4 minutes and 39 seconds. And it's Brody Jenkins scoring from 1 yard out. Swartwood with the two-point conversion run. 9:46 to play in the game. It's 30-28. Covington-Douglas, they're about to get the ball back.
Ooh.
Squib kick takes a nice big bounce.
Man.
Now it's being chased down by Tarango inside the 10-yard line. He's in trouble and will be slung out of bounds inside the 15.
Well, the way they've been kicking it has not been effective so far, but that ball kind of took a crazy bounce, and Tarango actually got about as much as he could out of it.
So the line of scrimmage is the 14-yard line. That is where Covington-Douglas will start with 9 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the ball game.
And if you're Covington, just keep doing what you've done. You've had some long drives. You've been able to run the ball really well.
On first down, the jet sweep, turning it up is Thayer, running room, and out of bounds after a nice gain. So Camden Thayer on the jet sweep, his second carry of the ball game. They'll say he stepped out of bounds at the 27. That's a gain of 13. First down and 10. So glad to have you watching wherever you may be tonight. We've got a good one. Thought it would be good. It has been. Near side out pattern. Ball caught. Thayer again slung out of bounds at the 29 or the 34, excuse me. A gain of 7. For Thayer, his second catch of the night. Second down and 3 after the 7-yard hookup. Ford Smith has completed his last 6 passes.
I like what they're doing, too, passing-wise. Just simple stuff. Great timing routes. Smith does a good job of getting the ball out quick.
Second down and 3. Smith to run. Left side now. Throws back across his body. Oh, it was dropped by Doherty. That would have been a big gain out across midfield.
Well, and Smith was close to crossing the line of scrimmage, too, but great play there. .97 yards passing tonight for Ford Smith.
3rd down and 3. Thayer, jet sweep, turns it up, hesitates, gets the first down. So Camden Thayer on this drive getting the carries.
Yeah, it's interesting. Coach Smith has used a lot of different options. We've seen Tarango, we've seen Thayer, we've seen Smith.
That's one thing he has. He has a lot of good, talented options in the skill position, guys. And he's showing it here tonight.
Well, we complimented how well they've been blocking up front, too, all night.
Pass incomplete. Tried to find Justice Hooten. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, this is a situation, too, where you have some success throwing the ball, and the next thing you know, Smith tucks it and runs, and you got a bunch of guys in the secondary running downfield, not with their eyes in the backfield, and it could be a big play for Smith.
Fort Smith, 10 of 17 passing for 97 yards. 2nd down and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Looks like Okeene's going to bring some pressure.
Right up the middle, Smith steps out of a tackle. Ooh. Boom! He is leveled.
Oh,
and
wow.
Are they going to call targeting?
I don't know, but Coach Wardlaw is very upset.
That looked like a beautiful tackle. Personal foul, targeting. Wow. He blew him up, and he gets penalized for it. So the 15-yard penalty puts the ball in Okeene territory at the 43-yard line.
Man.
Huge 15-yard penalty right there. Of course, they've got a better view of it down there than we do. So you've got to give the officials the benefit of the doubt. They do a tremendous job.
I don't know, Coach Wardlaw over there. That's about as animated as I've seen him in a long time. He was not happy about that.
1st down and 10. Ball caught. Thayer to the 40-yard line, stepping out at the 38. So a 5-yard pickup right there. They'll say 39. They're going to give him only a gain of 4 on that play. 2nd down and 6. The clock stopped after he stepped out of bounds, so 9 minutes to play. Second and 6.
Legal procedure.
Yep, somebody moved. So there's 5 yards against Covington-Douglas. 2nd down and 6 will turn into 2nd down and 11. Back to the 44. Here comes the 8th play of the drive. Smith buying time. Jenkins will tackle him on the near sideline. He'll pick up about 4 yards. Let's see where they're going to mark this one at. Mark it inside the 45-yard line at the 42, so a gain of 2. So 3rd down and 9 right here. And if Covington-Douglas does not get this 1st down, what do they do? 8.5 to play. They're up by 2.
I think it depends on how many yards.
How much they get right here. Smith rolling left. Now back to his right. And he gets just shy of the 1st down. Now they're within a yard of it. He's tackled at the 35. He'll be about 1.5 yards or 2 short. Big decision right here.
Well, I think the decision's simple. You snap it to Smith and you let him, do what he does on a bootleg. Have him go one direction, get some guys get out on routes. He's so hard to tackle in the open space. You got to think he's going to get 1 yard.
Huge play right here. 4th down and 2.
Watch
Ball resting at the 40-yard line in Okeene territory. He's going to hold handoff right side.
I think they got it. Yep.
It's Cash Pearson on the carry for the 1st down. That's about the last guy you would expect to carry it.
Just as I said, right?
Exactly what we thought was going to happen, correct? Down to the 32-yard line.
Big play for Covington.
So on first down, left side, ball caught in space. Pearson will pick up a couple three. Boy, they're working cash Pearson.
You know, the other thing, too, you got to start thinking about if you're Covington is the clock. I mean, the clock becomes your friend the closer you get down to the red zone. Tick this thing under 3 or 4 minutes makes it really difficult. Obviously, you want to get in the end zone first. Obviously, that's the goal. But
ball down to the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 8, under 7 to play. Covington-Douglas 30, Okeene 28. For playoff positioning in Class B, District 3. Here comes the pressure. Right side. Ford throws it down to Tarango. It's caught inside the 10-yard line. Huge hookup to Miguel Tarango. They're going to mark him at the 9. It's a gain of 21.
Well, we talked about front yard football earlier on. We saw the flip backwards on the touchdown with Jenkins and Carbs, and that time you could tell those two guys play together as Tarango leaked out of the backfield up the sideline for a big gain.
Tarango's 6th catch of the night, his biggest of the night. First down and goal at the 9-yard line. Right side, tried to find some running room. Smith, not a whole lot there. They'll give him 1 to the 8. But that clock continues to tick. If Covington-Douglas can score here, the 2-point conversion becomes huge. It's the difference between making it a 1-score game and a two-possession game.
We always talk about that in these 8-man games, these good 8-man games. Those 2-point conversions come back to haunt you.
Spread the field. Camden Thayer turns it up, and he was popped after a couple of yards.
I'm going to guess that was a Carbs.
22. Harley Carbs that time.
I'm going to have to trust you, Tom. I'm just watching the screen over here. I can't see through this wall.
1-yard gain right there. Third down and goal. Back to throw Smith. Looking across the middle. Ball is caught by Doherty inside the 5. Tackled by William Carbs. And now it is 4th down and goal at the 3.
No, it's not a touchdown.
They call it a touchdown.
What is going on?
Was that a touchdown to Doherty? It was. Now they'll go for 2. They will go for 2. Rolling right is Ford, diving to Smith into the end zone for 2. He dives in for 2. That is huge. That makes it a 10-point game with 5.5 to play. 38-28 the score. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the game of the week on Scordo.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Huge drive for Covington-Douglas. 16 plays, covered 86 yards, and took 4 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock. And it was a 7-yard touchdown pass from Ford Smith to Derek Doherty. For Derek, it's his first touchdown catch of the season. 2-point conversion run by Smith, and it's a 10-point game. It's a 2-possession game at 38-28. We didn't see the touchdown indication. I guess it happened on the near sideline. We're kind of blocked out, but I could have swore he caught that ball inside the 5-yard line. But, hey, it's a touchdown.
Yep. Touchdown, Tom.
That's right. It's a touchdown. And here's the Covington-Douglas kick. They're going to try for the onside kick. It didn't go 10 yards. It did not go 10 yards. It only went 9. So Okeene will have it. Good field position. 5:33 to play in the ball game. And they'll be inside Covington-Douglas territory at the 49 to start this drive. And this is the first time, I believe, second time that they've started a drive in Covington-Douglas territory. So 5:33 to play. They've got to get a quick touchdown and get the ball back.
Ball start.
Yep, 5 yards going against Okeene right there. Move it back to the midfield stripe, or back across the midfield stripe. Actually, the line of scrimmage was the 49, and they're going to put it back to the 46. Fun game. 38-28. First down and 15. Swartwood right side, turns it up. He gets a lot of the yardage back after the penalty and then some. Picks up about 9 to the, they're going to mark him with the 44, so it's a gain of 10.
Thayer's got a cramp.
$148 yards rushing on 17 carries for Luke Swartwood. And we do have...
It's Thayer is down. He got a cramp really quick right after the play, and so they're just out there trying to get it stretched out.
Well, the situation, 5 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the ball game, 38-28. Covington-Douglas has never trailed in this ball game. They jumped out early 14-0. Okeene rallied to tie it up at 20 in the third quarter. Big safety in this ball game. Okeene stopped Covington-Douglas at the 1-yard line, but then a fumble on, I think it was the second play after the safety, and Okeene fell on it in the end zone. And that 2-point difference right now is huge because that makes it a 2-possession lead at 38-28. Second down and 5 from the 45. Play action. Jenkins across the middle into double coverage. Pass incomplete, trying to find Harley Carbs.
Well, and that's a risky throw, too, because you had Smith rolling over underneath, and he almost got up for it, picked it off.
So third down now, about 5.5 or so. The ball resting just inside the 45-yard line. Week 10, high school football. Wouldn't have it any other way. Great ball game. Okeene has 2 downs to move the chains here. Option. First time we've seen an option, and this time it is Jenkins, who was carried a yard or so, down to the 42. He'll pick up 3. And now fourth down and about 3, 2.5 or 3 yards for the first down. Here's your ball game right here.
This would be huge. This could be the turning point of the game right here.
Clock rolling under 5 minutes to play. Fourth down and 3. Okeene down by 10. They've got to keep this possession alive right here. Jenkins, option, calls his own number. First down. Inside the 40-yard line, down to the 37. He'll pick up a big 5-yard gain.
That play's been big for them all night. I really like how they execute it and run it. You know, keeps the ball in two different possible people's hands with Jenkins and Swartwood. So,
6th play of the drive coming up. They need to get down here and score, but the clock not necessarily a factor as much as you would think because they've got to score and get an onside kick to get the ball back. First down and 10. Jenkins this time, left-handed throw out to Swartwood, a little behind him, incomplete at the 25, which will stop the clock. That's Jenkins' third passing attempt of the night. He's 4 for 11 passing. Second down and 10. Got a lot of good football this weekend. This is a great start. Thursday night high school football, week 10. Playoffs looming next week. Across the middle ball, Crott. Running room for Carbs. That is William Carbs inside the 20-yard line down to the 18. Huge gain right there of 19 yards.
Great play.
William Carbs, second catch of the night. First down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 18. Under 4 to play. And off this time. Here's William Carbs again. He turned it up. And a flag flies after the tackle. Very late.
I think it might be a late hit.
At the 10-yard line. If it's a late hit, that's going to move it half the distance down to the 5. There's a discussion. Personal foul. And that's a targeting call. So that'll move it down to the 5-yard line. Left side, there's Swartwood into the end zone. There's your touchdown for Okeene to get it back to a one-possession game. So Swartwood will score from 5 yards out.
Big-time answer by the Whippets.
That is Luke Swartwood's 4th rushing touchdown of the night. He's having a big game, 18 carries, 153 yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns, 38-34. 2-point conversion coming here.
When you go back to that 4th and 3 or 4th and 4 conversion on the option play by Jenkins is huge for the Whippets.
Fake it to Swartwood. Jenkins up the middle, and he is spinning out of a tackle into the end zone for 2 to make it a 2-point game. 38-36. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the game of the week on Squirtle. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Okeene gets it back to within 2, 38-36 after a 5-yard touchdown run by Luke Swartwood. It caps a 9-play, 49-yard drive. It took 1 minute and 53 seconds off the clock, and Swartwood with the 2-point conversion to get it back to 2, 38-36. Now, Okeene has 2 timeouts remaining. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play.
A lot of time.
You could put your defense on the field. You don't necessarily have to go for the onside kick right now.
No, and they squib all the time anyway. That's how they kick. We saw them do that in the Winoka game too as well. So 3:40 with 2 timeouts is a lot of time.
2-point ball game. So Brody Jenkins will lay the ball down right beside the tee at the 40-yard line. Cade Griffin is back deep this time. Had been Tarango back there. And the squib taken on the bounce. I'll tell you what, if you're Brian Smith, you want him to go down. And then a late flag. Is Miguel Tarango, the up man on the return.
Flag down.
And he carries it out across the 45-yard line.
Block on the back.
Block on the back goes against Covington-Douglas. So they will take over. 3:34 to play. Okeene with 2 timeouts remaining. And this drive will start inside the 35-yard line. Nope, take it back. The 39 is where it'll be at. So the drive will start for Covington-Douglas at their 39-yard line with 3:34 to play. Covington-Douglas gets a first down, and Okeene's in a heap of trouble. Wow, the high snap. Here comes Thayer on the near side, spins out of a tackle, tackled by William Carbs. He'll gain 2 across the 40-yard line of the 41. Clock will roll. They won't burn the timeout right now. Slow to get off the field is Cade Griffin. Play clock down to 15 seconds. Game clock at 3 minutes right now. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats at their own 41-yard line. They're milking as much time off this clock as they can.
Great use of the clock here by Covington.
Inside 5 seconds. Now snap it to Ford. Ford Smith goes left side, and he'll be taken down about a 2-yard shy of the first down. Across the 45 to the 47, he picks up 6. Yeah, they move the chains, and it gets real tough for Okeene. They do have their 2 timeouts remaining, but we're going to be down around 2 minutes to play.
And I mean, this snap here is going to take another 2 minutes for sure.
3rd down and 2. Covington-Douglas moves the chains here. It might be almost over.
Good decision here by Coach Smith to make sure they run this clock as far down as they can.
5 seconds. Hand it off. Tarango up the middle. It's going to be up to the spot. It'll be 4th and very, very short if they don't make it.
It looks like he's going to get it.
Yeah, he got it on the spot. He got it on the spot, 1st down. 2-yard gain to the 49. So now the clock continues to roll, 1:50 to play. Play clock under 15 seconds. You are exactly right. They are doing a great job of playing the clock right here.
You see a lot of teams not do that. They snap it with 10, 15 seconds. I mean, they've been getting it down underneath 5 every time.
Coach's son at quarterback. Tarango tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll burn it. They'll lose yardage in the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 back at the 46. So a timeout. Let's pay a bill and take a break. 1:20 to play, 38-36 Covington-Douglas, and you're watching the game of the week on Squirtle.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
So the Whippets burn their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 remaining. It'll be 2nd down and 12. The ball resting at the 47-yard line. Another 1st down ends it. And Covington-Douglas would have their 8th win of the season, but they've got to move the chains one more time to make it official.
Well, the other scenario to consider, too, is that Okeene only has 1 additional timeout. So you're going to get this thing way down under about 40 seconds probably-ish. You definitely do not want to throw it and stop the clock. That'd be one thing you don't want to do.
Smith is checking off. Put the man in motion. That's Thayer. And it's Smith going right side. Breaks free. Steps out of a tackle. And if he would slide down, this game would be over. He's going to go to the 1-yard line. He'll step into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if he would have gone down, they could have ran the clock out.
But if you get the conversion, the game's over too.
So that will make it 44-36. A lot of times in college football and the NFL, you will see them go down to run the clock out. That's not the case right there, as Fort Smith will take it in from 46 yards out, a 46-yard run.
Well, the other thing to think about, too, here is now you're thinking about district points. So if you can go up 10 here, and then you probably want an onside kick.
Did he get into the end zone?
Yes,
he did for 2. That is a huge 2-point conversion. That gets it to 10.
So now if you're Covington, you onside, because you want to try to get the ball back.
Yeah, you've got to get points. You've got to get district points at this point.
They need more than 15. You don't want to have to play Velma.
We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Scoredle.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC. We are Autry Technology Center.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered.
All right, 1:08 to play in the ball game now, 46-36, and Adam made a great call right before the break. For Covington-Douglas to get to third place in the district, they need another touchdown. They are up by 10. They need to get to over 15. They're going to go for the onside kick. It's going to angle out of bounds, though, and Okeene will have it. So now Okeene down by 10. Of course, they're going to try to make something happen here, get a touchdown. But the way this sets up with the district points and the tiebreakers and all that.
I mean, you tip your cap, obviously. Big-time victory for Covington, but, you do want to try to – it's so funny how the points make things change so much late in the year like this in district play, And honestly, Smith has done a great job with these squib kicks and onsides. That was definitely his worst one of the night right there out of all of them.
So first down and 10. Handoff Swartwood. And he'll pick up 3 or 4, about 4 or so. And the clock will continue to roll now under – so it's second down and 7, the 3-yard game, but boy, the clock is rolling. And I think Okeene just burned their last timeout.
No, that was Covington.
That was Covington calling the timeout because
Covington,
Okeene didn't have any. Yeah.
They let quite a bit of time go off there too. So
the ball resting at the 46-yard line. 47 seconds to play. It's 46-36. Now I want to sit here and try to see if I can figure this out. Covington-Douglas, third with a win and a Southwest Covenant win. That didn't happen. Third with a win of 15 points or more and a Southwest Covenant loss of 14 points or fewer. So what is the score in that Southwest Covenant ceiling
they're getting
game?
hammered.
Okay, they're getting hammered now. So that's going to be more than 14 points for a losing Southwest Covenant. So Okeene is second with a loss of 14 points or fewer. So if the way that sits right now, Okeene is second. Southwest Covenant is third.
Great run by
There's
Carbs.
a carry by Carbs. William Carbs, nice running room. Needs to get
he
it out.
fumbled.
He fumbled the football, and Covington-Douglas will have it.
Wow. He fumbled it.
At the 26-yard line, Carbs gained 20, but then turned it over. What do you do now if you're Covington-Douglas? You got to try to score.
Of course you go score.
Got to try to score. say you have got to try to score if you're Covington-Douglas. You do not want to go to Velma-Alma next week.
Well, they're definitely going to try to score. I mean, he called a timeout a second ago. Coach Smith did. I mean, that's going to be the thought process here.
Because right now, Covington-Douglas is up 10. If they can score, they would move into third place. Might even move into second place. We'll check that out. They're going to pass it near side. Ball is
Face
caught.
mask.
The catch is made by Justice Hooten.
Why is the clock? The clock should be
Clock
running.
should be rolling. I think the 7-yard gain. Smith will pass to Justice Hooten. So it's 2nd down and 3. Dump it out left side in the flat. The ball is caught by Tarango. They want to keep him in bounds, and they do. And Covington-Douglas will burn their timeout with 16 seconds to play. This is something you only see in Week 10. You only see it in Week 10. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Covington-Douglas trying to figure out a way to score a touchdown so they don't have to go to Velma-Alma next week.
Well, and Okeene got away with a face mask down here on the first completion on our side of the field. This is really interesting. 16 seconds. And what's crazy is your best play all night has been Smith scrambling. So
the timeout, we'll keep it right here. We're not going anywhere. 16 seconds to play. It would take a miracle for Covington-Douglas to score here. But they will try. 3rd down and 1 at their own 34-yard line. So 3rd down and 1. Ford Smith wants to throw. He might go deep this time. Rolling. Near sideline, throws it away with 8 seconds to play.
Well, and here's the other thing, too. It'd be a 3-way tie. So Coach Mendenhall from OBA is letting me know that even if they did score and it went to over 15, 3-way tie would go to a coin flip.
Even if that happens,
it would go to a coin flip. So thank you, Coach Mendenhall from OBA, for clearing that up. And actually, Tyler Kerr that's not Tyler Kerr. That is Coach Kerr.
Saying the same thing?
Me. Same thing. Sorry, Coach Kerr. I didn't mean to offend you like that by calling your son's name.
So Covington-Douglas tries to score a touchdown to get into the coin flip situation. Yep. Snap up the middle. 1st down. Clock will stop to move the chains to the 40-yard line. So he will gain 6.
Okeene fans are probably wondering what is going on.
Yeah. Well, when you do look at it, when you look at and I've got the scenario right here, that's exactly right. Covington-Douglas would need to get into that coin flip by winning by more than 15 points. They're giving it a shot here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have me some popcorn while we're waiting.
It's been that kind of a game tonight. So the situation, 4 seconds to play, pretty much one play. Covington-Douglas is going to win this ball game. They're up 10. I don't think Okeene has a 10-point play in the playbook with 4 seconds to play. But as it is right now, they'd be in that 4 spot. If they don't win this ball or don't get this touchdown, they would be in the 4 spot and go to Velma-Alma next week. And I will tell you, the playoff scenarios in B3 is a whole book here.
Yeah. It's a lot. But, that's the cool thing about how those district points work. You're going to see that in a lot of other classes.
Yeah. So Okeene, if they can keep Covington-Douglas from scoring, will be 2nd. Going to run the hook and lateral right here. They're going to do it again. Cross the field.
Oh,
ball loose. Now picked
backwards.
Up. Far side. Still going. Play still in motion.
Now throw it downfield.
Picked up on the bounce. They're going the wrong way. And now back inside the 10-yard line. The ball is still loose. And a touchdown for Okeene. I have no idea how to write that on my stat sheet.
Oh.
But it's a touchdown for Okeene. But the thing is, he would look like he was laying at the 1 yard line. Did he get the ball? It is.
What is happening?
It is Riley Lucky who scores the touchdown. So it's a loss on the play. What was the line of scrimmage? Line of scrimmage is like it's like a 49-yard loss. And that'll make it 46-42 with the 2-point conversion. Riley Lucky, fumble recovery after a loss of 49.
No, that was Carbs. It was Carbs that ran it in.
I thought it was Lucky who was laying on the ground, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Carbs that ran it in. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, Lucky, I thought, was laying at the 1 yard line. They'll go for 2. They get in there. That makes it 46-44, and that's your ball game. Here's what we do know. Okeene scored a touchdown in the last play of the ball game. They get the 2-point conversion, and the final score is 46-44.
That was crazy. Wow, what a game.
Ceiling is the 1. Okeene is the 2. Southwest Covenant is the 3. And Covington-Douglas is the 4. And I'm not even 100% sure about that. But
I don't know, but that last play was wild. What a fun game, though. We picked a good game of the week.
Covington-Douglas with the win. They finished the regular season 8-2, 3-2 in the district. Okeene falls to 7-3. I still don't know how I'm going to write down that last play in the scorebook, but we'll take a break. Be right back. You're watching it on Squirtle.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Squirtle Game of the Week post game after a crazy ball game in Covington tonight. 46-42 is the final score as Covington-Douglas knocks off Okeene. And despite that, Okeene will be the number 2 seed in the playoffs in this district, and Covington-Douglas will be the 4 seed, excuse me. But I tell you what, Covington-Douglas tried. They needed to get another touchdown to get the district points. They couldn't do it, and they gave up a touchdown. There in the final play of the ball game to make the score what it was at 46-44 was the final score. Let's go back and recap the scoring. Back in the first half, seems like a long time ago. Covington-Douglas scored in a 17-yard run by Miguel Tarango, took an 8-0 lead. They pushed that lead to 14-0. They went for an onside kick on the ensuing kickoff and took over at the Okeene 44-yard line when that onside kick was successful. Ford Smith scored from 32 yards out, 2-point conversion, no good. 7:31 to play in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Covington-Douglas. Okeene with the answer, 4 plays, 63 yards in a minute and a half, and Swartwood scored from 47 yards out. Luke got the 2-point conversion run to make it 14-8. 5:55 to play in the first quarter. Covington-Douglas would answer a long drive, 15 plays, 65 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and Gavin Hooton with the 3-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion, no good, made it 20-8. Covington-Douglas with 2:25 to play in the first quarter. And then Okeene would score right before the end of the first half. Luke Swartwood from 4 yards out capped a 15-play, 64-yard drive in 7 minutes and 28 seconds is how long that drive took. 2-point conversion was no good. That made the score 20-14 Covington-Douglas, and that was the score at halftime, Covington-Douglas by 6. Okeene took the opening kickoff of the third quarter, marched right down and scored in a hurry, 3 plays and 65 yards, in 56 seconds, covered 65 yards, and it was Luke Swartwood, a 33-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion, no good. That would have given Okeene their only lead. No good, so we're tied at 20 with 11:03 to play in the third quarter. And then Covington-Douglas was knocking on the door. They had the ball inside the 5-yard line down to the 1-yard line, and Okeene with the stop set up the Whippets on their own 1-yard line. Covington-Douglas got a safety, which put them up 22-20 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Covington-Douglas gets the free kick, takes over at the Okeene 47-yard line, and 47 yards later, 12 plays and 4 minutes and 3 seconds, it was Ford Smith scoring from 18 yards out. 2-point conversion pass made it 30-20, the 10-point lead for Covington-Douglas with 2:29 to play in the third quarter. Okeene got to back within 2, 9:46 to play in the fourth quarter, capped a 14-play, 67-yard drive, and it was Brody Jenkins scoring from 1 yard out. Swartwood with a 2-point conversion made it 30-28, 9:46 to play. Covington-Douglas answers with a touchdown, 16 plays, 86 yards in 4 minutes and 9 seconds, and it was Ford Smith to Derek Doherty, a 7-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion made it 38-28, 5:33 to play. Okeene is able to score to get it back to 2 at 38-36 with 153 to take it back with 5:33 to play. Take it back 3:40 to play. 5-yard run by Swartwood. 2-point conversion made it 38-36. Then Covington-Douglas gets the ball back with 3:34 to play. They go 5 plays, 61 yards, and score with 1:08 to play on a 46-yard touchdown run by Ford Smith. He got the 2-point conversion to make it 46-36. Now, at this point, Covington-Douglas is trying to score again. They want to get to the 15-point tiebreaker they needed to get out of the 4 spot in the playoffs. They did what they could. They were able to get the ball back after Okeene fumbled, but then as they're trying to score on the final play of the ball game, they're lateraling it, going the wrong way, and the ball ends up in the end zone where Okeene scored on the final play of the ball game to make it 46-44. Or 42, excuse me. They get the 2-point conversion, and that's your final score, 46-44, as Covington-Douglas gets their 8th win of the season. They finish 3-2 in the district. Okeene falls to 7-3. They're also 3-2 in the district. Sealing is your district champ. Okeene is number 2. Southwest Covenant's number 3. And Covington-Douglas is number 4. And don't hold me to that because that could change tomorrow, but that's what it looked like to me. But the playoffs start next week, and all these teams will be going to the playoffs. Let's go back and recap the numbers in this one. This was crazy. Okeene, 45 rushes for 309 yards. Luke Swartwood, 19 carries, 156 yards. He had 4 rushing touchdowns. William Carbs, the fullback, 12 carries for 108 yards. And then Brody Jenkins with 11 carries for 39 yards. 45 for 309 on the ground. Through the air, Brody Jenkins, 5 of 12 for 73 yards. William Carbs, a couple of catches for 33 yards. Roberts with a catch, Swartwood with a catch, and Riley Lucky with a catch as well. 57 offensive plays, 382 total yards for Okeene. They averaged 6.7 yards a play. For Covington-Douglas on the ground, 53 carries, 275 yards. And leading the way is Ford Smith at quarterback. He had 28 carries, 201 yards rushing, and he added on 3 rushing touchdowns to that tally as well. Miguel Tarango, 12 carries, had only 18 yards rushing after we gave him credit in a bad way for that 39-yard loss on the final play of the ball game. Gavin Hooton, 6 carries for 30 yards, and then Camden Thayer had 5 carries for 30 yards. So 53 for 275 on the ground for Covington-Douglas. Through the air, Ford Smith, 15 of 24 for 140 yards. 77 offensive plays. And I got to say, Miguel Tarango had 7 catches tonight in the ball game. Camden Thayer with 3. And Derek Doherty had a 7-yard touchdown reception as Ford Smith did throw that 7-yard touchdown pass. So 15 of 24 for 140 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, 77 offensive plays for 415 yards. They averaged 5.4 yards of play. Whew, take a big sigh of relief. We got through that one. What a game it was. We thought it would be a good one, thought there'd be a lot of points scored. We were not wrong. We made a good call coming down here and picking on this one. And Covington-Douglas, an 8-win season for the Wildcats and a nice win for Brian Smith. That's his 151st career win in his 22nd year at the helm here at Covington-Douglas. And that is the second matchup of the in the series between these two teams. Covington-Douglas leads the all-time series, now 2-0. Okeene falls to 7-3, 3-2 in the district. Tanner Allen, in his first year at the helm at Okeene, his career record falls to 40-9 after 3 seasons at Winoka. Let's put a wrap on this one. Been a fun night, and the playoffs start next week. And what I will be checking out tomorrow, I got to see how many great matchups we are going to have. But from what it looks like, and there was one game tonight in B4, and that was Wilson over Central, 51-8. So Velma Alma, if they take care of business, they play Alec tomorrow. They take care of business, they'll be the 1 seed. Wilson, I believe, is locked in as the 2 seed. And then you've got games tomorrow. Cyril and Alec are both at 2-2. And then Waurika is 1-3. There's a chance they have to play at Cyril. If they could knock off Cyril, they might be able to sneak in to one of those spots as well. So still some games to be played in B4 tomorrow. I'd like to thank the crew. The producer engineer tonight is Caden LaFortune. Great to have him back at the helm. Been a long time. Tyler Kerr up on the top of the roof of the press box, taking care of the camera work, doing a tremendous job. And, of course, Adam Dieselhorst by my side. Who knows where the heck we will be next week? I know we're going to have a playoff pick'em show coming up sometime. So we'll get a chance to get our picks out there. Be looking for that next Thursday or so on Squirtle, on the Squirtle website, squirtle.tv, squirtle.com. That will all be there. Once again, final score for the final time. Tremendous ball game. 46-44, Covington-Douglas knocks off Okeene in the final game in B3. On to the playoffs. Good night, everybody.